Today, there are many different artificial islands: tourist islands, residential, entertainment, airport islands, and so on. Some countries need such islands for the development of tourism, while certain regions require them due to the lack of available land. Constructing an artificial island is always challenging, and the further the island is from the mainland, the more difficult it becomes. However, this was not the case for China. The Ocean Flower Project, which opened in 2020 after 8 years of construction and cost $25 billion, is the largest man-made tourist island. It is 1.5 times the size of the famous Palm Island in Dubai, but in reality, it consists of 3 separate islands connected by dams. Representative offices of more than 200 world-famous brands, including 12 Michelin-starred restaurants, will operate on the territory of Chinese Dubai. It will also include maritime museums, cinemas, 5-star resort hotels, shopping centers, theme parks, and many other entertainment venues. The slogan of the unusual large-scale project, which looks like a strange flower from above, the Chinese creators chose the phrase, a cultural destination that is attractive to tourists from all over the world. The islands are divided into streets, and all objects are highlighted by an unusual modern system, which in itself can be an attraction. The project was implemented by the Chinese company Evergrande Group, with the money of private investors, without the participation of the state. In the planning of the islands, it was expected that it would be visited by at least 10 million tourists from all over the world annually. Evergrande carefully studied the world-famous land reclamation tourism projects, such as Palm Island in Dubai and Flevoland in the Netherlands, and began to conceive, plan, and design the island, while adhering strictly to national laws and regulations for approval. Shaped like a peony flower, the island complex covers an area of about 8 square kilometers. The central part, known as Seaflower Island No. 1, is designed as a separate place to relax. Among the attractions are the fantasy-themed amusement park Fairyland and the water park Snow Mountain. Futuristic buildings are located next to reproductions of historic cityscapes, including an opera house, botanical gardens, and a marine aquarium. Complexes No. 2 and No. 3 of the project are residential areas. According to the construction plan, the maximum total population of the 3 artificial islands was estimated at 205,000 people, and their permanent population was estimated at 115,000 people. The degree of vegetation coverage on the island reaches more than 40%, and the degree of landscaping is very high. There are thousands of green plants on the island, all of them artificially planted and selected according to the 4 seasons, which can be called a marine park. In addition to creating tropical exotics and characteristic botanical gardens, artificial beaches are also being built in coastal beach areas, and a coastal sports park is planned. As the resort's official English-language video says, China has done it again. There is no other entertainment venue on this planet that can surpass the island of ocean flowers. However, at present, Ocean Flower Island remains inaccessible to the rest of the world, as its ambition to become an international tourist destination to equal or surpass Dubai is put on hold by China's strict anti-COVID-19 policy. For many years, China has been actively engaged in the creation of artificial islands, so it is not surprising that it was in this country that the world's largest ship designed for reclamation of sea sand, Chen Kunhao, also known as the Magic Island-making ship. It is a larger version of the current ships of this class. Its capacity is 6,000 cubic meters of sand per hour, which is comparable to the capacity of 3 standard swimming pools. Artificial islands are created by reclaiming huge masses of sand from the seabed. In this way, sites for military bases and airfields are created. The modern approach of Chinese specialists is that investments should be concentrated in one place without dispersing them throughout the country. May be of interest to many countries. It can help develop areas known to be promising for tourism. By investing money and efforts in a small area and creating a tourist services center on it, you can get super profits with relatively low costs for maintaining territories and facilities concentrated in one place. In this case, you can choose and advance the area that is suitable in terms of climate and transport interchange. Such projects will subsequently attract a huge number of small infrastructure forms. Small businesses will develop themselves. It is unlikely that humanity will abandon the artificial land. In the near future, it will be possible to increase the area of agricultural land and housing construction, which is very important in connection with population growth. However, uncontrolled construction can cause serious damage to the environment. Floating or underwater cities can be an alternative to artificial islands. The industrious Chinese have built up the country with skyscrapers, shopping malls, roads, and bridges, and now they have built a giant airport, not only in the space, information technology, and automotive industries, but also in aviation. According to Bloomberg, the Chinese automobile market surpassed the United States in 2022. Due to the rapid growth of passenger traffic, the People's Republic of China needs new infrastructure solutions. One of such solutions is the Beijing Daxing International Airport. The Air Harbor Terminal building has an area of 1 million square meters, making it the second largest airport terminal building in the world after the new Istanbul airport. The area of the entire airport is 47 square kilometers. Daxing is a 5-pointed star. The length of each of the rays is almost 600 meters. The 5 rays are designed in accordance with various Chinese traditions. The first one is dedicated to Chinese gardens, the second to agriculture, the third to silk, the fourth to porcelain, and the fifth to tea. The foundation stone was laid on December 26, 2014. Work began on March 15, 2016. The terminal has 82 gates equipped with jet bridges, and each of them has exits to 4 floors, which house domestic departures, international departures, domestic arrivals, and international arrivals areas. Thanks to this architectural solution, any aircraft can be parked at any jet bridge. With a traditional terminal construction scheme, if a board arrives from an international direction and then departs from a domestic one and vice versa, then passengers of at least one of the flights travel by bus. This is not the case at the Beijing airport. The system for collecting and using rainwater for the water supply is also worth mentioning as an interesting engineering solution. The airport has 4 runways with a length of 3,400 to 3,800 meters. It can accommodate all types of passenger aircraft. Despite the scale, the airport is designed for a passenger flow of 45 million people a year. It is expected that by 2025 there will be already 72 million passengers, and later up to 100 million passengers. The biggest airport in the world in terms of passenger traffic is Atlanta Airport in the United States, 105 million passengers, and in the future it should be overtaken by the new airport in Istanbul. The second place in the world, with 98 million passengers, is held by Beijing Capital International Airport. It is not planned to be closed after the opening of the new airport. However, part of the domestic flights will be transferred from there. Along with the opening of the airport, a large railway junction located under the airport began to operate, serving high-speed trains. The first floor is designated for international arrivals. The second floor will accommodate domestic flights. The third floor provides access to domestic routes. On the other floors, there are technical rooms and recreation areas. Escalators lead to all floors from the underground train station. Any traveler moving around the airport will be in the right place as quickly as possible. Beijing Daxing International Airport meets the highest environmental standards. The terminal will have a rainwater harvesting system. The building design uses natural lighting, natural ventilation, and other energy-saving technologies. It is known that the project is under the personal attention of the President of China. The new Daxing Airport is located in the south of Beijing, 46 kilometers from the city center. It is planned that he will unload the Shudu Airport, one of the busiest air harbors in the world. The distance between the 2 major airports will be about 70 kilometers. The roof of the airport is already recognized as the world's largest steel roof of the airport terminal, which is the size of 25 football fields. The world-renowned architect and designer Zaha Hadid was involved in its design. The air harbor has already set another record. It is the world's largest single building without structural seams. To prevent the terminal from vibrating due to high-speed trains passing directly under it, the builders used more than 1,000 dampers, special vibration damping devices. The trains can safely pass through the terminal at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour. Passengers in the building will not feel anything. According to project managers, Daxing is not only an airport, but also China's largest transportation hub. Thanks to the radial layout of the building in the form of a 5-pointed star, it will take no more than 8 minutes to reach any of the 82 jet bridges. Therefore, those who think that such a huge area will require a lot of time for movement are mistaken, because the structure of the building has been thought out in every detail, including an adapted barrier-free environment designed for the movement of people with disabilities. For the construction of the airport, 11 settlements were demolished. Another 24 settlements were displaced due to the alleged noise. The total number of displaced citizens was about 20,000 people. Compensation lump sums are $150,000 per property owner and $300 monthly subsidy for new rentals. Write in the comments which of these Chinese mega projects impressed you more. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and watch our previous videos. You are on the Karo Show channel. See you later.